Pizza is Bond, album number 9. We got a special guest, Wes and Mitch. This podcast, Pizza is Bond, is going to be dedicated. It's going to be a podcast about podcasts with podcasters.
That sounds good.
Wes, what do you think of that?
Hey, that's what we've been doing the whole time.
We've been trying. Me and Wes, we go way back.
Oh, yeah?
Since, gosh, I don't even know.
Probably before I knew your name, even.
Oh yeah, the legend was wafting through the air.
Yep, it was. It was definitely could have been a late night on a riverboat somewhere in the basement.
Yes, I lived in your basement.
Oh, that is true too. That is true too.
Oh, when was that?
2010.
Now I live in that same basement, but I've remodeled it and it looks way better.
Oh man, thank God.
That place is nasty before.
Oh, it was. Yeah, no. You're welcome.
What were the circumstances for having to live in the basement?
I was working up there and
everything we could out.
Yeah. If you needed a spot, West was the spot, the West Hotel. The West Inn.
Yeah, we were gonna do a whole reality show called Revolving Door.
Yep.
And you win if you leave on good terms.
Yeah. And I did it. Here we are. You even had two pit bulls.
Yep.
About as dangerous as you can get.
Yeah, and I didn't lock the door for about 15 years.
Yeah. What was their names again? What was the one? He chew off his own foot out of his self-anger.
That's Tico, and the other one was Tetra, as short for Tetra.
Tetra. Tico is my buddy, though.
Yeah, Tetra would chew your ankles as you come through the door, and don't knock.
Yeah.
It just riles them up.
So you guys are starting a podcast. You got a what's that called? A recording studio. You guys are setting up microphones. You got Pro Tools ready. You got all these great ideas.
Yep, and you told me to throw all that shit out and just sign up on my phone.
Yep, and put your phone on top of a paper towel roll in front of your face, and you're good.
So, we're going to return all that audio equipment that we bought. Yeah.
I think, Mr. School Bus, you got any tips for him?
For just podcasting?
Podcast starting out. Like, where do we start? You know, it's like I feel like we might have overdid it with not overdid it, but we were, Mitch was set up to record music. He was set up to record albums and do all the production on that. And we're using that equipment to do the podcast. And we got kind of hit a wall tonight. And I called them Lakers. Really, we're just looking to start our thing, because really. The whole reason.
And I was like, well, how about you come on my thing? You want to get on my thing?
And, part of the whole reason why we even, thought about this idea is just because we have some of our best ideas just hanging out late night. And I want them to be recorded more than to, try to remember what they were.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Like Michael Keaton in Night Shift.
Right?
Yes.
But I have no advice, because I'm totally new at this too. We're on episode 9,
right?
So,
well, that's 8 more episodes than we got.
I know, but
so what you do is, what I read was, you just start fucking recording them and throwing them out there and learn as you go. Otherwise, if you wait for what are you waiting for? You know what I mean? To fuck it up. No, you fuck it up as you go. You learn from it. Like one of our best episodes, the stillborn episode, we didn't record it, so we lost the whole thing. The interviewee, it wasn't recording, and we lost it, and it sucks.
Well, yeah, our one claim to recording, or at least what we want to publish eventually, was just us. Hitting nitrous and then hitting DMT after, and just kind of riding out the whole train there.
The wah, wah, wah?
Yeah, and talking over all the wahs,
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, So it was.
Yeah.
And that's how you figure out the why.
There's gold in there. There's definitely gold in there, but then the editing process just kind of leaves you to be more picky than you probably should be.
No, I honestly, I think it's like we just set up through, and for our listeners out there, all 20,000 listeners now.
What?
We started off with you record into fm.riverside or riverside.fm or whatever it is. It uploads. You can edit it, and then from there you upload the edit into Buzzsprout, and then Buzzsprout you pay an extra $5 for AI technology to write you a headline or give you like 6 headline options, and to write out a whatever, what's that called, a loose, kind of a synopsis or 4-paragraph, whatever it is, to kind of whatever, and then it just publishes it, and it's that simple. And it's like Riverside FM is like $10-15, and I think Buzzsprout is like 20-25 or something like that. It's
Okay.
like, it's not bad, and it's so easy, and we're on every platform.
Oh, really?
All
So
of
you're talking about
Spotify, YouTube, because YouTube is switching to a different like podcast YouTube. It's weird. It's basically integrated with YouTube, and then iTunes, all of them.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking. Really got his shit together on this stuff.
Well, good, because somebody needs to.
Sorry. Laker has all his shit together.
Laker, come on.
Sorry. See, I suck at this.
No, he was back in like the St. Louis Lakers, or was it Minneapolis Lakers?
Minneapolis Lakers, Wilt Chamberlain era, the best of the best. Does LA have lakes? No.
No, they don't. They drain all the lakes they did have.
Posers.
Right? They ain't got shit.
So we somehow connected tonight. I was kind of looking for a guest, because guests just keep it popping. You know what I mean?
No, we'll send you our information so you can Venmo us for all the work that we're doing right now.
Exactly. You're welcome. And you guys just happened to be ordering a fucking pizza.
We did.
From where?
Luce, and I didn't crush it, but Mitch definitely crushed it.
Mitch, what's up? Mitch is in the corner with his Wawa.
Right? He's still trying to log in. He won't even walk over to the bar where I'm having like drink after drink and just enjoying the company.
Where are you What are you drinking?
It's Fireball. And
nice.
Oh God.
one of the pieces of advice that I told my son as he was growing up was don't drink anything that makes you yell its name. Like Fireball.
What's his name again?
Saban.
Is he still rapping?
Maybe in the car by himself, but he doesn't.
He's got a couple rhymes, but they're VIP.
They're very
Patreon. Yeah. You got to pay for them.
Yeah, you got to pay for them. It's not a different platform.
I just remember he had a dream. Saban had a dream.
Yeah, he did. What do you remember about that?
I just remember he just wanted to be a rapper, and you supported him, and he played a lot of video games, and he was a really fucking cool kid at the age of like 14.
Yep. Now he's 24.
That makes sense, because
he's got a family he's holding together, and he's renting out the upstairs, and I'm living in the basement where he used to live.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You guys always had a really nice set of you had a really nice washer dryer set.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'd constantly clean it when we had people over.
Yeah,
so
keep it fresh.
Laker, when you lived there, how much was rent, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm gonna say 300.
I don't even know.
Like it was
fair
range.
Huh?
It was in the 3 to 4 range. It wasn't nice.
It was fair.
Right, exactly.
And Shags lived with us too.
That's true.
And we had the best crew ever there for a minute, or at least I did. I felt like this is all. You're probably upstairs. Like, I don't fucking know about this fucker downstairs.
Oh no. I absolutely didn't know about the fucker downstairs. Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. Did you ever? I mean, Jesus, I can't do this. You ever witness Laker when he was sleeping?
Only I didn't install cameras back then.
Imagine, I just thought of him sleeping just now and realized. I imagine he probably laughs in his sleep a lot.
Well, it's nice to think about him sleeping.
Yeah, school bus.
Yeah,
School bus. Sometimes I think of you.
I thought so. I know you dream about me.
Guy. You know, the punchline guy is still working on the tech. Hey, come on. So yeah,
Okay, so
I don't know if he talks in his sleep, but I know what he does when he's drunk.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Have a damn good time.
That's right.
What do I do?
Well, do you remember?
I'd rather not say.
Well, thank you, because this is published.
Oh, shit.
I was leaving it for the imagination a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
No, this is all good, man. I love, dude. We've had some good times, and you've definitely sported some freaking amazing access to some of the artists that have come through town here. I remember when Gene Ween did this little sideshow at the where 7th Street Entry.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah. You held your shit together, and I don't know about your partner was a little loose, but that's okay.
Actually, I think you're wrong. I don't think Jeter's ever played at the 7th Street Entry. I could be wrong. He played at the Turf Club. He played at the Triple Rock. He's played, but I don't think he's played at the 7th Street Entry
or something like that. And he played at the 7th Street Entry, and we hung out after his set and talked to him on the street corner for a good hour.
Who?
Gene Ween.
Are you thinking of Claude?
No, I'm thinking of Gene. Geener.
7th Street Entry?
With the band, with the Geener and him just had this like moment where they just didn't want to do anything together for a little bit, and then he did this little Gene Ween experience thing. I think
and,
that was the entry, and
May 13th.
Thank you. Yes.
Shit.
Yep. I think you got me into that show, and the other friend of ours who we won't mention got me almost kicked out of that show, but he got himself kicked out.
Cheese?
Oh yeah, Cheese. You know.
I was actually trying to get Cheese on the show tonight.
Oh, were you? Nice.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I don't have a good reason or bad reason.
Where did Cheese go?
I don't know.
What did he?
Nights now, and he works nights, and he's not hooking.
Yeah.
What did he do to get kicked out? If you don't mind me asking.
What didn't he do?
We'd rather not talk about it.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going down a rabbit hole there.
Yeah. No, but last time I saw you, I ran into you randomly at First Ave.
Yeah, and then
we saw Mr. Ukraine
across the street. You had a hotel across the street. Was that the same time?
No, we saw the Ukraine show.
That's right.
That was just this last summer.
I don't even remember that. Are you kidding me?
No, who's that guy? What's his name? I forget. Ukraine?
What, Eugene?
Huh? No. The Ukraine rocker. Mr. Purple, Mr. Purple, Mr. Purple.
Yeah. No, yes. Fucking
Eugene Hoots.
No.
From Go Bordello.
Go Bordello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lord.
Yep. That's for sure.
I told you about him, Laker.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we talked about him. But yeah, this is... I know about him. Shit. You didn't tell me about nothing.
I'm pretty sure
go way back.
Well, I used to be in a band with him.
Oh, shit. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I was in a band with him.
So how is that not a story right now?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it right now. I don't know. Who gives a shit? Nobody knows my name.
It's all public.
Who gives a fuck? But anyways, I ran into Gogo
likes pizza.
at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning when I was walking back when we left.
Yes.
What's that? The Calderon Club or whatever it is.
And
then on the way back, he was outside, and I started singing "Tacos and Nachos Till I Die." And then he was disappointed that his name wasn't one of the stars of the First Ave.
Oh, I'm still disappointed about that.
Well, yeah, he did sell it up. It should be up there. It really should.
I kind of thought Go-Go Bordello was up there, though.
It was, but then I don't know what happened. They readjusted a few things in his.
Yep.
And he was disappointed, and actually, yeah, I tried to let the people in charge know his feelings, and hopefully they fixed the situation.
So now he's just Clear Channel, 100%.
Who?
No, the only option in music in Minneapolis is you go through First Ave at this point, or you go through whatever Clear Channel's promoting.
Clear Channel or Live Nation or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I saw him not too long ago playing at the Palace. Go-Go Bordello played at the Palace. It was probably back in 2020 or 20.
Okay.
And that was an amazing
What's the capacity difference between the Palace and the First Ave?
It's probably like another 500 people.
That's it?
I'm thinking it's either. I know First Ave's probably 1,500 to 1,800, maybe.
Yeah, I think First Ave's right around there. Yeah, 1,800
and 19. The Palace is maybe 2,000, maybe 22 or 23. But
are you aware of the venue, the amphitheater that's about to be? The ground is about to be broke.
Sorry, go ahead.
Are you aware of the amphitheater that First Ave is about to build right on the river?
Is that at the where they had the Rock the Garden years ago with?
No, it's right on the river. Like if you look at the map where First Ave is, and then like that's an L where it comes down the Mississippi and it kind of goes east, right?
Yeah.
You go like it's right up the river, straight up the river, like a half mile.
So Flamin' Lips headlined at the Rock the Garden in that same area, I think.
Well, right now it's like a dump. It's like I don't know what it is. It's there's no venue there right now. It's like a industrial wasteland.
Yep. It's called something Island.
Parrot Island?
No, it's
no, but they should be breaking ground, and dude, that's gonna be like a 7,000 seat venue.
Wow, nice. Yeah,
isn't that awesome?
Mitch just chimed in that Palace is 2,800 capacity.
2,800. Yeah, I knew it was an extra nice little chunk.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your guys's? Okay, so what kind of pizza toppings did you get on your pizza luce?
Well, all of our pizza toppings are questionable. If we're talking about toppings, or are we talking about what our podcast is about, which is questionable toppings?
Okay.
So
let's start with the pizza from Pizza Luce. What'd you get on it?
What'd you get on it, Mitch?
Supreme.
Come on over.
Supreme.
He got the Supreme.
That's my favorite. Sausage, pepperoni, mushroom, green pepper, onion, black olive, right?
All of it. Maximus, yeah, hell yeah.
Yep. And cooked an extra 5 minutes.
Damn.
Correct.
Well done. I also got the Gouda mac and cheese.
Is it very good?
Damn straight. Bacon on top, add a little black pepper. It's fire.
Ooh. So what's your guys' like podcast? You mentioned like a little bit of healthcare debate.
What we keep talking about, which ends up being our podcast, is kind of what we're thinking about, which is like the systems that the world's agreed works in the
oppression.
Way. Yeah, well, we want to find like if there's things that don't work and we're just doing it anyway, such as healthcare, which isn't. Like we're being double charged for things. We're being overcharged for things. Our insurance is being charged, and then the people are getting like all these. If they don't have a good insurance, they're getting all these bills from different people for doing the same thing twice.
Yeah.
So there's, education. Higher education is one of those things where what you're getting a job after you're going to and paying like $100,000 a year, or there's a lot of ways that these systems that we say are the way to do things, and they're not working for the people that they're supposed to be serving.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is just kind of like have a conversation about calling out the bullshit on this.
There's
And
a lot of bullshit to be called out.
and a lot, a lot of fact checking needs to be into this, and I kind of like to get into the details of, like if you're, like if you're supposedly having this diagnosis in healthcare that you have to go to all these specialists, and really what they're trying to do is rack up the bill, not trying to actually help you as much as they like to propose. Just like education, just like our voting system being set up on an electoral college is not really representative. There's a lot of these types of conversations which are kind of not urban myths, but more of a cultural, like the liberal feed on it. I think is that you should do these things as part of like becoming an adult. But then you don't get a chance to question how these things are actually done, or you don't get a chance to question like how you're being charged. You just have to pay those. If I'm healthy and I'm paying insurance for healthcare, and I'm basically paying for the people that are not healthy. But if they don't have regular checkups, so people that aren't healthy don't have regular checkups and don't have regular, feedback from their doctors on, that's really what I'm going at, is like, what are these things that we accept about our society that we live in?
Well, I guess if I would start with, have you had a colonoscopy?
Not yet.
Yeah.
47.
You
I
haven't?
haven't done it yet.
Colonoscopies.
No, I'm afraid of what they're going to find.
Probably polyps up the yin yang, if literally. I remember when my
doctor, if they don't even, they don't support my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when my dad got cancer, they wanted us to sign up for this program where they tested our shit preemptively for cancerous cells.
Yep. I did that.
And I thought that was pretty fascinating. That was through the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah. How do you know if that's like they said I was good, but like how good? Like, like what does that mean? What do I need to do to be healthy, as opposed to instead of avoiding one of the pitfalls of being unhealthy? Like how do I?
School bus just got sentenced to a strict diet, correct?
Yep. Yeah. I got to take atastatin or whatever the fuck it's called. All that shit. And I got my colonoscopy coming up soon.
Colonoscopies.
I don't know that shit about. I mean, I had a seizure once in New York, like 20 years ago, and I stayed overnight in a hospital, and my bill was fucking astronomical because, like, I was sitting there for, like, overnight, and a doctor would come in and just be like, "How you feeling?" And I'd be like, kind of tired." And he'd be like, "All right, I'll check in on you later." $1,000 right there. Yeah, that happened at least 20 times in the span of like 10 hours. So
right, and what do they think they're charging the insurance company, and you're not going to have to pay like some percentage of that?
I know they knew I didn't have insurance, so it was just fucking mind-boggling.
Yeah,
and then they just chased me for fucking ever.
Right. Yeah, and they're basically capitalizing on that disconnect or that inability to, to know. Like they're the experts, and we're counting on them to tell us what. I'm not trying to get preachy here, but I do want to kind of call out some of the bullshit.
There's a lot of bullshit, but I will say this: 7:30 in the morning, I was shaving with a Mach 5 razor, and I was tapping out the whiskers, and for whatever reason, my pointer finger was in between my Mach 5 and the side of my sink, and I fucking gouged out a chunk of my finger, and it was horrible.
It's pretty gnarly.
It was, huh?
You went to the hospital for that?
Yeah, I had to. I mean, I was literally draining. I was like a gutted, stuck pig. I was like I chopped It took off like a little slice of my fucking pointer finger. I went in. I don't know. I tell you what. I went in. They cleaned me up, stitched me up, and then about an hour later, I walked out clean, stitched up. And then they gave me a Tetris shot after I said no because I just didn't want to deal with extra misery. But it worked out pretty good. I don't know. I was kind of impressed. Like, huh? Like that was nice, to have that in that time of need, you know what I mean? And in that situation, it was like, it was so quick. But yeah, I don't know.
Right. I mean, we got little John who can make $50,000 from just saying yeah, and then we got doctors that'll charge you that just for your Tetris shot.
I swear to God, I've had 20 Tetris shots. It's like, I don't know who keeps track of that or how they keep track, but I swear to God, every time I go in, it's like, hey, I see you need a Tetris shot. It's like, I just had one.
Aren't you supposed to flip them around so they fit into the lower stack and then delete the lower stack? Isn't that the whole thing with the Tetris
I'm going to get tetanus from too many tetanus shots.
Yeah, but you're supposed to win money from flipping that shot into the box so they all line up and then you get money back.
Whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Right? Yeah. Well, Mitch is one of those people that I come to when I need some herbs or I need to know how to deal with how to deal with some intestinal issues, because I know intestinal issues are something that the doctors are gonna like poke around and not really know what to do and try out this and try out that and rack up the bill.
All right. So fill that shit up with pizza.
Right?
Pizza.
I love pizza.
God, this is so great. We're bonding over pizza on the podcast. Pizza is bond with other podcasters. Wow. It's full circle.
Like a pizza pie.
Well, yeah, we just tried a couple new softwares to do the post-production on our editing, and Audiate does not somehow doesn't work with Mac.
No, it works just.
We're just not sure how to run it, so we're doing
it didn't work with I tried to record through my Mac, and that just, if you go back and listen to the first one, there's wah wah, there's reverb, all like, I ended up just doing it this way, and it's like you just record on FM, riverside.fm, upload, and then you can edit it.
Right.
And then you just upload it on Buzzsprout and then hit publish. And it's
okay. And
if you go look at all my podcasts, all of our episodes, our albums, there's an AI generated synopsis of the whole. It's slicker than shit.
Well, that sounds like some running shit.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. That's a good some good information. I obviously still want to try to figure out how to lock in the good system, but this seems to definitely simplify it. It's just a matter of finding.
But School Bus, you got the backup camera, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's going.
Yeah. Ever since we lost that one episode, I was very heartbroken. I was devastated, and that was going to be our launch to stardom.
Are you both at different locations?
Yeah, he's in where you at? Burlington?
I'm in Burlington, Vermont.
Compton?
Burlington, Vermont.
Oh wow, right on. And so you can technically, with this particular streaming service here, you can have video locations and have it pull them all up.
If you could step into the mic a little bit better for our listeners.
No, I don't know if I can do that.
Well, is that Wes?
No,
it's Mitch.
Hey, all right,
Mitch.
No, I was just curious. So you can have video from multiple streaming sources through this?
Yeah, you could definitely hit the video button. We're just that's just not what we do though yet.
Word. Hey, all right, give us a little strip tease for everybody, you pop it up every once in a while, and you're like,
that's not a bad idea.
You're in a bikini, and they're like, wait, you're like, oops, sorry, hit the button there. You're like just wearing different costumes, different every time.
I am buck naked right now.
You got a fucking Cookie Monster suit on. You're like, sorry.
He's buck naked with a hat on.
Sorry,
and socks.
Check out my panties. I mean, bro.
No, but it works great. I don't know.
Yeah, sweet. Just brainstorming ideas. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because right now we're talking about a podcast about making podcasts.
Yeah.
You got good
That
mic.
would be a great podcast.
Yeah, it's the Seinfeld of podcasts, you know?
Ooh.
So we're Padawans.
What's this thing about microphones? And I'm like,
Jesus. What kind of
We're-
mics you got?
We're first level. What kind of mics you got? There's the question.
jeez. I've got a bunch. So we've got the Shure SM7. I've got one of those. We've got a EV RE20, pretty standard podcast issue. I've also got a Telefunken AR51 large diaphragm condenser tube mic.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I do some legit like audio recording and I do actual audio production. We were just looking for a way to slip this into the stream, so to speak.
Who have you all worked with?
Nobody notorietable.
Really professional, and I don't recommend sticking any of these things up your ass.
I mean, that's just one man's opinion.
Otherwise, you end up with muddled sound, if you know what I mean.
It really does sound like shit. Like,
Awesome. We just made a highlight reel.
hey-o. All right.
So tell us a little bit about your story.
Sounds astronomical. All right.
You guys have nine recordings right now. Let's hear a little about your struggle.
The struggle.
Yeah,
Time?
you're not
We-
telling- what are you not telling us right now?
We're always succeeding. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're always succeeding. You know
Yeah.
that.
Time, I think.
Well, we don't know each other. First, that's the first thing.
Yeah, we'd never met or talked previous to this.
Well, that's
Not
learning.
once.
Like we know each other online, but this is we're like
In like the fellow Ween fan
You
way,
know,
but
and then basically my life now is just like I used to get texts from my mom, but now I get texts from Laker all the time. Like all the time. Like today I was
Tell me-
making pizza.
Yeah, he's like,
would you please clean up, bro?
can you put the toilet seat down, please, Laker?
did you really put the toilet paper the wrong way?
On purpose.
No,
No, but we were gonna have a podcast today about gold. I've been really fascinated with gold and the price of gold and the potential of gold going through the roof versus what Bitcoin did and the stockpile of gold that is available to collect gold and shit like that. So yeah, that's probably going to be happening tomorrow.
Nice.
So stay tuned for the gold
I
episode.
gotta go study up on gold now.
Yeah, I just got some silver and some gold, some collectible stuff. Yeah, definitely. I also own $1,500 worth of $3,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Who's this? Who just said that?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So you just got some gold. Did you get like a bar, an ounce?
No, I mean I've got a couple. I've gotten some periodically. What I ended up getting because the place I went was he's like we can't even keep it on the shelves, honestly. So I ended up getting some collector coin sets. It is it's first press and it's like God, what is it? SW90. I'll have to look that up. It's the purest grade gold you can get. So you could have it melted down. It's the cleanest. It's basically, dare I say, the gold standard of gold. And he showed me, and like it's like a 6 coin set, ranging from like a quarter ounce all the way up to larger ones. It's like a panda set from 1984, I want to say, 1994. I could be wrong. And the smallest one itself is already going for like $2,000. It's like upward, like just selling that one coin by itself is worth almost as much as the entire.
But what's the weight of that coin?
Like a quarter ounce.
Because right now it's at like 2000 or 1998 or something like that. Like
Yeah, it's about $2,000 for an ounce right now. So there's one small coin. Sometimes when you get coins, you can get some intrinsic value, like tradable value within the coin realm that kind of supersedes its weight in the precious metal itself.
yeah.
So this is one of those examples where not only it was a super small amount of gold that was worth almost as much as an entire ounce of gold. So I was like, fucking score. Like, I'm like, why are you telling me this, dude? Like at the shop, I'm like, you should keep these, so
Yeah.
a real honest dude. He's like, check it out. And he like looked it up right there for me. He's like, check this one out. He's like, this exact coin is actually worth almost as much as the whole set. I'm just like, was kind of baffled, so yeah. Excelsior coin.
Kind of like Pawn Stars. Like he brought in an expert, huh?
Well, he's the one dude running the shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like you would think that it would go the other way around. That he's
just trying to fucking keep it popping and keep money in the till so you can buy the next.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. I'm out at Excelsior Coin and Collectibles out in Excelsior, Minnesota.
Well, shit, I might have to give him a call.
Yeah, it's a nice.
I called a couple places and they're like, nah, I'm kind of shy. I'd rather not. And then I made a couple more phone calls and then I called a buddy of mine. I'm like, Al, do you got to know somebody? He's like, yeah, my son. He used to go scuba diving for golf balls. And then somebody saw him scuba diving for golf balls and said, hey, how about you come with me? We'll go scuba diving for gold. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, let's get him on.
I want to do that.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's my dream.
So hopefully he'll be on like tomorrow or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll check out Pizza's Bond tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Yeah. So, Mitch, do you have some silver?
Yeah, I've got what the silver I have is basically I get like 1 ounce rounds. So they're not actually a coin, but they're pressed like a coin.
It's a 1 ounce increment, like
one ounce increment of silver, and they're rounds pressed like a coin, but there's not necessarily it's not minted per se, but it does have a design on both sides.
Sure.
Yeah, those are going for right now about $25 is spot price, give or take, about 23 something.
Yeah.
When I got them, there's speculation that silver might be the next big boom. That people obviously throwing it out saying that it could go upwards of $100 per ounce. Obviously, you'd be in making a grip if you got in early. But yeah, right now they're sitting at about $25 an ounce.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I did pretty good on the whatever, what's that called, Dogecoin stuff.
Yeah, the crypto.
You couldn't lose for a minute. You know what I mean? It was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no. And then all the big hedge funds and all those motherfuckers stepped in and went nope, and they killed GameStop and shut down the transfer the exchanges. That was some bullshit.
Yeah. No, the whole thing, that was remarkable. I pulled out, like, there was Elon Musk, like, he did the 420 to the moon, and then everybody pulled the rug, like, the night before. And then when that got me pretty good. And then when I knew he was going on Saturday Night Live, I took all my stuff out, like, the day before or whatever it was, because I'm like, I'm not going to fall for and sure enough, that's when it fell that night. And it never really came back. It just kept going down. But I thought I bought it. I went in heavy on Safe Moon, and I got savaged. I got destroyed pretty much. A little bit. I mean, I did good with I forget what a couple of the other ones, but I still had money in Safe Moon. I was like, well, if I put in 10 grand, it's gonna tenfold and double. So then I could walk away with 200,000 and I'll just buy a house.
Right, or some microphones.
Yeah, but I think it's at like $20 now or something. Yeah. I don't even. I'd rather not cry.
Yeah, I tried to diversify on some crypto. I got some Bitcoin, got some Ethereum. I had some friends who did make a bunch of money in some of that stuff, and tried to do it a little bit. And it's just, I mean, I didn't lose my ass, but it's probably about at 2/3 of what I put in.
It's like a big joke. It's all about timing.
You can't. I mean, I think I broke about even because there was like light. I forget what it was called. Ethereum Light. I think that's the one that I kept winning on.
Yeah. Ethereum was pretty good. And I'm kind of a sit it. I'm not a what do they call that? Like where you short it. You do the
GameStop stuff.
Yeah, where you buy it and then you wait for it and then boom, you like a day trader. Like I'm not doing that stuff. I'm kind of putting it in and sort of like forgetting about it for like 10 years and just like see what the fuck it does and hopefully
you just got to do S&P. I mean,
just never looked at it like and be like, oh fuck, I've got like 20 grand here. That'd be great, That'll be a nice. I just got kicked out of jail or some bullshit, and I was like, oh my god, let's check my crypto for a joke, and I'd be like, oh my god, there's some shit in there, like. 20.
Bitcoin seems to be holding solid, but I don't know. I really think gold. It's like if gold popped off like Beanie Babies did, like fucking, Safe Moon did, like fucking Bitcoin did, like Pappy Van Winkle Bourbon did. It's like if everybody rushes out and buys it up, holy shit, that shit could go to the fucking moon.
For sure. Well, and if you look at the trend of gold over the last 50 years, it does nothing but up. You know what I mean?
Correct. It will not go down. Like I was reading today because I'm like, oh, what is it at? It's like, oh, gold plummeted, and it went down like $15 from like 2020 to 2005. I'm like,
Yep, write it out.
Jumping off the roof of the house.
no! Honey, why did you throw the office chair out the window?
We lost $30, goddammit.
I was gonna jump up, but then it went back up.
And put the toilet paper the right way, you motherfucker.
We're in a one-story ranch. Quit throwing the office chair out the fucking window.
Honey,
or at least jump out with it.
Yeah, school bus.
Yeah, baby, we'll get some pizza. All right.
I got to split actually. I got to split, but
Your mom's calling?
no, well, yeah, pretty much my dog is, but I got a pit bull, but yeah, it was nice to meet you guys, and I hope the podcast goes fucking awesome.
Thanks,
yeah,
bud.
You too, man.
Nice
Thanks for bringing us along for the ride a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Well, hey, cheers to episode number 9. Oh. Cheers to Pizza is Bond, and thanks for coming on, Wes. Thanks for coming on, Mitch.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool, Buzz. Cheers. You guys have a nice night.
You too. Bye.